Mount Blade Warband is a medieval action RPG strategy and simulation game. It is the standalone expansion to the original game Mount Blade. It was developed by indie developer Tailworld Entertainment and was released in early 2010 for PC, 2014 for Mac and Linux, and is also available for Android devices. It is perhaps one of the best but most underrated PC games I've ever played. As one other reviewer put it, you've either never heard of this game or you've played it to death. In this review, we will cover 5 aspects of the game: story, gameplay, graphics, music, and extras and replayability, and determine the final score by rating these between 0 and 2. 0 being bad, 1 being okay, and 2 being great. The story of Warband is extremely open-ended. Next to Minecraft, this is probably one of the best games for creating your own story. The game opens with you creating your character, allowing him or her to be a nobleman, a blacksmith, a street urchin, or several other choices. Next, your character takes a caravan to one of 6 kingdoms: the Kingdom of Swadia, the Kingdom of Nords, the Kingdom of Rodux, the Kingdom of Vagars, the Kurgat Katat, or the Sarenids of Ten. From this point, you can pretty much do anything you want. You can raise your own little army or steal from villages. You can take quests from lords and kings, and even at some point become a lord yourself. You can marry ladies, take over castles, own villages, even start your own kingdom. You can do whatever you want to do. It's awesome. One of the best parts of Warband is the gameplay. The combat in this game is some of the best swordplay in games that I've ever seen. It's very complex. The game takes your speed and aim into account, as well as the direction you move your mouse when you swing, so button mashing is not an option. For example, if you hold down your left mouse button and move your mouse to the left, your character will prepare to swing their sword to the left and swing it to the right. You can also wield other ranged weapons like bows, crossbows, and thrown weapons like javelins. The combat does take some getting used to, but once you get a hold of it, it's a lot of fun. You can also ride horses in combat. When on a horse, you have a pretty big advantage. You're faster and harder to take down than when you're on foot. Horses have their drawbacks, though. When riding, unless you've leveled up your horse archery ability quite a bit, it's pretty hard to hit someone with a ranged weapon. Another plus to the gameplay is that it can be played in both first and third person, and they can be switched at any time. You can also enlist your own troops. You can recruit mercenaries from taverns, or as silly as that sounds, farmers. However, I highly recommend enlisting farmers over mercenaries, as crazy as it seems. Mercenaries take a lot of dinars, which is the money in the game, to handle. Farmers can be leveled up to militia and eventually knights and sharpshooters. And trust me, once you get a couple of men-at-arms and knights, you've basically got the battle handled. Seriously, just the other day, I took out an army of over 250 troops with only 50 of my men, who were mostly men-at-arms, knights, crossbowmen, or sharpshooters. Also, during battles, you can give your troops commands, like follow me, hold this position, advance 10 paces, and charge. This is really good for setting up your men well. I usually have my infantry and cavalry charge the enemy while my archers stay back a bit. They can really help in a battle. You can travel through the map by using the overworld map. From here you can simply click an area and your party will travel there. Although this might break the immersion a bit, it's a good, simple, and quick way of traveling. Unfortunately, every game has its weak point. Graphics are Mount Blade's weakness. Although it doesn't look too bad at the highest settings, they still leave a lot to be desired. The game's animations are well done, but the overall graphics quality is a bit meh. The music in this game is great. The travel music is quiet and calm, usually centering around strings, harps, and horns. The battle music is a bit more energetic, and a bit louder as well, as you might expect. It sounds like a medieval game, which is good because that's exactly what Mount Blade is. As I said in the story portion, you can undertake tons of side quests from lords and kings, ranging from tracking down murderers to collecting a lord's taxes from a village. You can also partake in feasts and tournaments can earn you a lot of money if you place bets on yourself as well. There's lots of replayability too. You can play for different kingdoms and experiment with different styles of playing. Overall, the extras and replayability in this game are excellent. Mount Blade Warband is the ultimate medieval game. Great gameplay, music, side quests, and a story that lets you do whatever you want made this game incredible. However, subpar graphics hold Mount Blade back from its full potential. If you're a fan of medieval games, RPGs, or just looking for a game that will take hours of your time, you should definitely pick this up. If you're not sure about getting it, there is a free demo for the game that allows you to play for 30 in-game days, or until you reach a certain level. Nevertheless, you should still get this game. I give Mount Blade Warband a 9 out of 10.